Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How about one more time from the top? I just sit down in this chair here and turn on some video games. In just a moment, you'll be able to join me. Go use the bathroom real quick. Take a whiz. Welcome to Steven's Magic Castle. We're playing some more Final Fantasy XVI. Of course.
Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always. Welcome back, Sid. Finish with that log so we can call it a morning.
Again? I seen schoolboys swing harder.
Oh, a little training session, Well, well, well. Look what the horse dragged in, folks.
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosmos. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Yes, I expect he will be. I don't know where that is, but I guess it's up here.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying long this time?
Turkey hunting on a Tuesday.
Is everything all right?
Oh, look, it's that Moogle.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
I learned something new. You'll be the first to know. Now off you go.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your
Well, who's this? A scholar and strategist who makes her home in the hideaway, analyzing every shred of information that comes in from the wider world in order to divine the dispositions of the realm's armies and those who lead them. She suffers her insight to Clive, that he might better understand the lay of the land. The moniker Ninetales, of which she herself is fond, was gifted by her fellow scholars in recognition of her ability to speak at length on almost any subject. Alright.
I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetales.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Yes. How did we?
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our
That's
friends
right, boys.
in Yaran.
Part
Who will be
2.
left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
That's what I should have named the video.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Mullet man.
Oh, dark clouds
Oh,
are wont
man.
to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Okay.
Even.
Okay.
Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Here for another of my lectures.
Well, she has all kinds of
What is it that you wish to learn?
state of the realm. Can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current ongoings, revisit any of the Nine Tails' past lessons, or take a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit. Okay. Whoa.
Here's the latest information I have.
Interesting. So interesting. What's this? Ambrosia. Born in the stables of Roseland Castle, Ambrosia was chosen by the young Clive Rossfeld to be his... Oh, yeah. Is that thing still alive, I wonder? Oh, so far, my favorite icon? Well, you know, I haven't seen a lot yet, still. I mean, I've seen some of the ones in the cutscenes and stuff like that. I mean, Garuda was sweet. But, dude, in this... I normally wouldn't say this, but so far in this game, dude, Ifrit is so cool. They made Ifrit really cool in this game. He's never my favorite, usually. Of all the ones I've seen so far, though, just seen them... I got a weakness for Shiva. Shiva is always cool.
You'll be the first to know.
Shiva is always so cool. Alright, let's see here. This is crazy. I just pretty much got to this place. I haven't even explored it at all yet. Dude, what happened right before this was so nuts, man. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm assuming that you have already done this part or else you wouldn't be watching this.
Everyone
seems so happy to see us.
But dude, what happened to Sid? Oh my gosh. Did not see that coming. After that happened, I'm like, alright, this is like some Game of Thrones shit, dude. Nothing is safe. Anybody could die. Any character could be the next one dead.
I don't know. Perhaps
They're
I should
probably
just
all gonna die.
make me a new one.
Oh. Karen survived. And Goots. And him. Man, I figured everybody got killed.
Have we any more knuckle pies?
I guess just a bunch of random
Sadly
people got
not.
killed.
Molly used the last of the chocobo in the stew.
I'm too poor to buy more of these so far. Oh, but I have some more. Is it literally just the sound of silence? It's nothing. I guess so. Well, we'll just go with the default one for this area for now. Until I get something real cool, if I ever do. If I ever do.
What can I get you, Sid?
Oh, what in the world? I don't know, $10,000 to drop on that. Let's just order a drink and see what
Shout if
happens.
you need topping up. Don't be a stranger, Sid. Welcome back, Sid. How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stonehenge, even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though. Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Yeah, man, I just couldn't believe it. Crazy. To marinate yard a chocobo. Prepare hen by draining blood and removing both head and feet. Cool, I'm gonna have to write that down for work. I don't want to go up there yet, I gotta check out. Oh, the Spoony Bard didn't survive, I guess. We got a new one now. Unless that is him and that's just his name now.
Of Sid's return, the faithful sing across the blind.
What you got, Karen?
Now what can I do for you?
Oh, dude, she did get fucked up though, didn't she? She didn't have a bad eye before, did she? I don't remember. I don't think she did.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Okay, jeez. Elixirs are available now. Gosh, though, they're expensive.
Come
I'm
again.
not gonna buy one.
Don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
What about you, Blackthorn?
What do you need? What's that Fordian, dear?
Oh, that's new. Yeah, let's get that going on.
Should last you a good while.
Maybe I'm doing something dumb, but I feel like I haven't been able to get this kind of stuff in forever.
Anything else?
Look at that new sword that I got. That's cool. Sweet. That's a cool sword, y'all.
This plank will have to be replaced.
So the hideaway feels much bigger now. Now that it's in an old abandoned airship from the olden days. Like, what was this world like in the past when there was airships and stuff? That's what I want to know. Interesting.
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing.
Yes,
If
yes.
only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
A mineral most mighty. Okay, interesting, interesting.
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
That guy survived even? I mean, of course he did, but miraculous.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts.
Oh, young Tet.
Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence. Either in herbs or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
Yes,
I
yes.
fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
There's literally one. There's literally one on here. Are they being serious? Is he being serious right now?
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. However well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night. From some more than others. And the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
I feel like the people would still treat you like crap because they can obviously tell from that scar on the face that you are a branded It doesn't seem like it's a common thing for a branded to be set free and no longer discriminated against. Maybe the people are so dumb in this world if it's been removed like that, they just are like, oh, he just must have a scar on his face. Maybe that's all it is.
Have you been to the top?
Reading table, that's where I'm supposed to go. Oh,
Dave was
Jill.
here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
What's this? Wall of memories. All I have is just this one. Oh, yeah. Kind of sad. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
I wonder if he is a... I got so many questions about him. It's ridiculous.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
They can make a whole game from Joshua's perspective, it's starting to feel like to me.
And we must be ready when he does.
You know, they've done this a couple times in the past, but I'm already feeling like I wouldn't mind to see a Final Fantasy 16 2.
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
To Sid. There he is. So he did survive again. Somehow.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
I don't like the way that guy closed that door. The gathering storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Something has happened to Martha. We need to speak with Otto.
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have a quick... You one.
This plank will have to be replaced.
Nearly half the crates were lost to mounting.
I feel like he hasn't taken these clothes off for 5 years.
Charlie says I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Well then hurry up and finish them.
What day do you say?
Three for curling geese.
I just wanted to see what was up here real quick. I know this isn't where I'm supposed to be going. I know.
Sid, what's the special occasion? You're welcome to join us for a spell, if you think Jill will mind.
Oh.
The Norseman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
Go on. Eat up.
Oh, we got even more chickens now.
What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine.
Oh, it's that guy.
Fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
Crazy. He's not locked up anymore, I guess.
Can't catch a wink with all the clamour in the hall. The atrium's quiet this time of day.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Rosaria's not so kind to travelers these days. If you're bound for the rest, make sure you keep your wits sharp.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls.
Youch.
They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Clive. Is everything all right?
Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge.
Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Cock and ball, boys. Cock and ball. Alright, so... I guess I need to leave, huh? Okay, so let's go do this side quest over here. I wonder, does this place look different now, 5 years later, or is it kind of the same?
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
I haven't got to use these abilities very much yet. I haven't used this yet either. That's pretty sweet.
Can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Oh.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
I'm loving this one, man. This one is fantastic. It's different, you know, especially where it has that action combat system. But I'm loving it, man. This game is sweet. There's so many things to like about this game.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Let me check something real quick. Okay.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I felt Final Fantasy 15 was kind of stepping in a new direction, but... And don't get me wrong, I actually liked Final Fantasy 15. I had a super fun time with that game, but I'm a sucker for Final Fantasy anyway. I've enjoyed all of them. Some are better than others.
The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
But this one, oh my gosh, this one is so sweet.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
I'm sorry. I think I just
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Oi, look sharp!
Hey? What?
Good to see you, Sid. The soldiers who did this are long gone, I'm afraid. We're doing what we can.
Oh yeah. This chair rules, actually.
If those horses touch hair on Martha's head, I'll kill them all myself.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the other chair that I had, I was trying to upgrade and get a better PC chair, and the one that I bought, like, it's fine and everything, but dude, after a while, but my back starts hurting it. But not in this chair. This chair's sweet, dude.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping Ben.
A nice old man chair.
When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials, distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Oh my gosh.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
This one.
I just recently got that ability, and I just now figured out how to use it. Well, that reminds me. I need to look at my... Okay. Guess the next thing I want to go after is this.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Dang.
No.
Damn it.
What's up, Alex?
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. Is that all of them?
I think that is because of that. I mean, think about it like this. A lot of people own PS5s that can't even take a disc, you know? That are digital only. In fact, the majority of the people that I know that actually own a PS5, I think me and Nathan are the only people that I know that own PS5s, like in my personal life, that has one that takes discs. So it would make sense that the physical sales of literally any game series would be down.
He may still be alive.
Nice. I have to have a disc one, man. That's just my way. I will buy the disc version until they don't make them anymore. And then I'll be pretty sad, in a way. I'll be sad about it. But here's something that, once it... Because, you know, it's going to go all digital one day, no matter what I want. But I do hope that, you know, like... I think Xbox maybe does this. And the PS5 does it now with the PS4 and everything that came out on the PS4 store. But I hope that, like, when things go fully digital, I want, like, when PlayStation goes fully digital, they better make it to where the past games that you purchase stays on your account forever. And they don't, like, shut down one of the consoles like 20 years later that you owned all these games on. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna have to turn into a thing where I can, like, bequeath my PlayStation account to my children or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that stuff needs to stay around. It doesn't need to disappear. Like, it's like all the different Nintendo stores so far.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him.
It does seem like it's moving in that direction, so at least that.
Little magic they had left in their bodies.
Dang.
Clive. He's breathing.
Oh, we got a live one.
We're friends of Martha.
Barely.
We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be safe unless we save her. Tell Matt to beg Sin's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Where are you? In here. We found a survivor.
Clive.
I'll say this. At very least, no matter what happens, as long as I have a working Nintendo Switch, I will always have games to play because my Switch library is so huge. My physical Switch library is so huge that I honestly don't think that I will play all the Switch games that I own before I die. It's that ridiculous.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Arthur said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the cast.
One day I counted them, but I forget how many I have, but it's over 200. It is definitely over 200.
Of course. Cole and I will remain.
It might be closer to 300, to be honest. I'll have to count them again, and then I'll tell you guys. It's a ridiculous amount. And it's like, technically, yeah, I could play them all before I die, but I don't think I'll actually have time to play them all before I die. Especially because there's always new games coming out, too, that I prioritize. You know, in my mind, when I first started really collecting Switch games, it's like, oh, I'll get to it eventually. And now I'm starting to realize, you know, like, I'm not going to get to all of them. Like, I wish I could freeze time to play video games then. Because, dude, PS5 is going hard right now, dude. It's like been hit after hit for me. It's like I still, when I get done with this game, I still want to go back and play more Diablo 4. I still want to play Street Fighter 6 more. And Hunting and Fishing with Steve. I got to do that some more. I think losing all of what I currently own now at this point in time in my life, it would hurt worse to lose my Switch games because I've invested way more money into my Switch than any other console that I own. Or maybe that I've ever owned.
This one.
Dude, the Diablo 4 main story is, like, even if you're not the kind of person that wants to just play Diablo like crazy, like how some people do, dude, Diablo 4 is literally worth it just to play through the main story. I thought it was really cool. I really enjoyed that. It was really well done. Like, I actually thought that Diablo 4 was, like, the best acting in a game I'd ever seen until I played this game. Now this game is what I think is that best acting in a game. Hey, I am gonna play the FF7 remake on here again shortly before the before Rebirth comes out because I want to play through it again. Whoa, what? I didn't know I had, but this was going on. Notorious Marks. Earn him only renown and rare material. Oh, nice. Well, here we go.
Spotted us, Torgal. What am I saying?
I would say that it did definitely spot us. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, shit, we're gonna have to go hard on him. Oh, this seems bad. Oh no. Yeah, I see now. I see. I'm assuming I just need to be outside of that circle, I'm thinking, right? Dang, dude.
Try not to move.
Oh my gosh, I have to run all the way back there. Yeah, I've already... Dude, I played Final Fantasy VII Remake as soon as it dropped. It just so happened that, like, our restaurant got affected by the lockdown right when Final Fantasy VII came out, I feel like. And so, like, I literally just sat in my apartment and played Final Fantasy VII Remake non-stop. And I beat it in, like, 2 days, because there was literally nothing else to do anyway. Oh, man, I went the wrong freaking way. We're just gonna go right back up there. That's the first time I ever died in this game so far. I've had some other really close calls, but that... Oh my gosh, I'm doing it again. No. I need to go this way. Yeah, I did too. And it's crazy because when I got my PS4... Or, I played it on the PS4 and I rebought the game for the PS5. And then played through the Intergrade. Oh yeah, that's right, it is. I mean, I had the thing there. I just kept going the wrong way to get out of the town. I lost my original save file because I didn't transfer it over from my PS4. I just didn't think about it. And I lost it. And so I'll have to start all the way back like it's the first time I've ever played it, which is a shame. I would have liked to did a New Game Plus the next time I play it, but oh well. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake, I actually loved it. Some people are haters of it. You know, we're not even messing with these. Okay, I guess we are. Yeah, but a physical copy of it isn't for free on PS5. No, 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 no. We're just gonna go try to fight that guy again. Oh, there it is. You know what? Let's just save the game right here. Intergrade was really cool, by the way. We get to play as Yuffie. I thought that was really a cool way to do that. I'm so excited for when Rebirth comes out. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Alright, here we go again to get probably destroyed.
There's no turning back.
Took a bite out of me. How do I get out of... Oh, okay. Like, just like that, yeah? Okay, sweet. I see now. Oh no! Son of a gun! Okay. I have a really bad habit in this game. And it was because of Diablo, man. I still, even though I've been playing this game for a little while now, I keep hitting... I'll keep hitting the, this button instead of this one. I keep trying to evade with the circle button. Like a fool. Like a fool! Alright, let's try them again.
It's us or them.
Oh my gosh, stop that.
Enough.
Yeah, I saw a thing where Yoshi P said that they're in the next patch for the game, they're gonna make it to where you can reassign buttons if you want. Of course, I probably won't do that. I hardly ever do that. I'll just try to get used to it. You can reassign buttons and turn off the motion blur. I saw that they were gonna try to do that. Yeah, that would be cool to have a Dreamcast with all the physical games. Alright, I got him. Piece of trash. Anyway.
That must be the bridge.
Yeah, it's not bothering me that bad, but I would also like to turn it off. Like, I'm going to be honest, I kind of didn't even really notice it until other people pointed it out, and now I can't not notice it. It didn't bother me too. It doesn't bother me too much. Apparently it makes some people, like, sick and nauseous. Luckily, it does not me.
It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
I also saw where Yoshi P said that when they made this game, they didn't have any plans to make any DLC for it or anything. It was developed without the idea of adding DLC in, but he said if it's something that the fans of the game want, it's something he would do. And after playing what I've played of this game, I would welcome any more little anything to the game. I'll take anything else I can get. It's so cool.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
Yeah, Martha, it's all your fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these black shields had
Yeah, this is crazy, this whole situation with these black shields.
Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously...
Final Fantasy 15 got a ton of DLC, actually. And I played all of it.
That woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them. preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can't stay longer.
I already forget. What was the name of the villain in Final Fantasy 15? What was that guy's name? They gave him a DLC.
My nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strappy
Episode whatever his name was. I can't remember his name for some reason off the top of my head. But they gave him a DLC that came out like, I swear, it came out like 4 years after the game released. They were dropping DLC for so long, it felt like.
What in the world is going on?
Well, it also depends on how you own the game. Like, if you bought the do you have the Royal Edition? If you bought the Royal Edition, I think it has everything except for that episode Arden. Yeah. I think. I'm pretty sure that the Royal Edition came with everything except for episode Arden. I really like 15 too, dude. I wouldn't mind to do some streams where I'm just out in that open ocean fishing. I loved in the Royal Edition when they added that whole ocean fishing stuff.
If you don't mind, Sid, I'd like to stay here with.
If you don't have the Royal Edition, it's worth to pay whatever it costs to upgrade to the Royal Edition. It's 100% worth it for that game.
If you don't mind, Sid, I'd like to stay here with one.
Oh wait, what's that? I'm not familiar with this symbol yet.
Prefer not to move. You'll only make it worse.
I know.
Dude, if you don't have the Royal Edition adds a whole huge open ocean that you can drive around in your boat and do fishing, and like Bismarck is out there and stuff. Dude, it is so cool. It is so cool. Show us how you fly, mullet man. How I fly? Oh, like fly fishing?
You handy with that sword of yours? Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travelers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You know, I just realized. Oh, what a bummer. I probably don't even. I probably lost my save file in Final Fantasy 15 also. And dude, I played the crap out of that game, dude. I played the crap out of that game. Dang it. The next time I play that game, I'll have to start it all the way over too with no New Game Plus stuff or anything. I think. I'm pretty sure. I didn't really mind the car thing because it was kind of like part of like the cutscene system in the game, sort of, you know? Like every time I was in the car, I felt like it was more of like a cutscene of them traveling together, kind of. I never really looked at it like that was the real way to travel. And then eventually you can fast travel in the game and get chocobos and all that stuff.
Alright.
There are a lot of things. I kind of want to replay through 15 again now, honestly. I liked it.
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is.
You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah, the radio was awesome.
And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
You know, I will say this though. One thing you want to be sure to do with Final Fantasy, even if you have with Final Fantasy 15, even if you have all of the DLC, look up a guide of the appropriate time in your playthrough to stop and switch over and play the DLC episode. It makes the game so much better because it's not like the DLC is like in episodes, and if you don't, you could play through the whole game and then just go back and play the episodes. But it's way cooler if, like, for example, at the appropriate time, when Gladio leaves the party, if you go play his DLC and you can see what's happening with him at that time, and when Prompto falls off the train, you know, you can play that DLC and see what happened there, like when it's actually happening at the part that you're at in the game. I thought that just was a cooler way to do it. It's too bad if I stream Final Fantasy 15 because of copyright issues. I can't start off the stream session by streaming and watching Kingsglaive, the Final Fantasy 15 movie. Because every time I've played through 15, I started out by watching Kingsglaive. That's how I start my journey every time.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. Feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some chocobo tracks right there, guys.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Oh, there it is.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you?
Maybe if I catch that white chocobo, it will heal my MP.
But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Yeah, I would love to see I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'd love to see a full-blown, awesome remake of every single one of them. Every single Final Fantasy. I'd love to see them all remade. Like, now that we got 7 like that, dude, I would love to see them all.
Or better still,
Every single one of them.
how about we hurt you both?
We don't really need, like... I don't feel like we really need 13 to be remade. If you go back and play 13, it still looks really, really, really good. But all the rest. And like 10 and 12 barely. But still. I'll take them all. Where's that dang magic user at? Oh, shoot. Fine, take this. Yeah, part 4 and part 6. That's who I'd pick. That's the ones I'd pick first. Honestly, those are the two I'd pick first to get done anyway. I agree. 4 and 6 with the full FF7R treatment. That would be my first two picks to get done if I was in charge. Oh my gosh, look. It is. It is his chocobo. Look at the missing eye.
I presume.
I think.
Do you know her, boy?
You know her, you fool.
That scar.
I can't believe this bird is even still alive, dude. Dude, 6 would be so cool to see remade.
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived.
But I'll also gladly take full-blown remakes of 8 and 9 as well. That'd be my top ones to do. 4, 6, 8, and 9, and just because it would be kind of neat to see a full-blown treatment remake like that of Final Fantasy 1.
Bastards, then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
He said, and not only that, my chocobo's here the whole time. Can I ride him now? Can I ride him?
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount.
I think I'm one of the few people that actually really enjoyed Stranger of Paradise. I'm thinking about playing through that again, honestly.
Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. A bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
Ambrosia, you're still alive.
She wants her master back, I reckon.
Yeah, I've beat them all too. I have beat them all in almost every spin-off. There's a handful of the spin-off titles that I'd never got to play, and
you want to come with me?
Maybe one day.
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right.
One of the spin-offs I haven't played, I actually have access to and could totally get it and play it. Even though I don't, for some reason I haven't. Even though I should, I feel like. Even though there's things about it, I'm like, I don't know if I want to play this. But, one of the ones I never got to play is a Nintendo DS game called The Four Warriors of Light. And I kick myself that I never played it.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart.
I actually liked the 13 sequels. I thought they were pretty good, honestly.
But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry.
Actually, guys,
Fine without her. You hear that,
let me show you something cool. Let me make sure that this works so I can actually show this to you guys.
You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at
If I can move myself over here.
When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No. That can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Whee!
Oh, that'll be the excitement getting
All right.
to me. Silly sod that I am.
I'm gonna show you guys something real cool before I end this stream.
Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
It's close. It's getting to be my bedtime, but I do want to show you something cool.
Flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Oh my gosh, I unlock a chocobo. Dude, I wish they need to release those games on PS5. They don't even have to remaster them. They look so good still. They don't even need remastered or anything, I'm telling you. Well, we gotta try that out. Oh my gosh, so sweet! I don't know why, but I wasn't even thinking about that you obviously could get a chocobo in the game. How cool. Oh, and she even has her own. How freaking cool. It depends. For me, it depends on how many hours I worked in the day on what's going on. Sometimes I have easy weeks and I only work like 4 or 5 hours a day. Some weeks are not that easy and I work like 14 hours in a day. It just depends, man. Just depends on what's going on. Sometimes I have easy weeks, sometimes I have hard weeks. This week, I actually took time off last week just to be able to play a bunch of Final Fantasy like I have been. So, yeah, this Saturday is going to be brutal. That's when our town does a 4th of July celebration. I'll be there all day working that day. But other than that day, I mean, I don't really seem like I don't have too heavy of a schedule ahead of me this week. But hold up. I'm going to be right back. I want to show you guys something freaking so cool. I'll be right back in just a second. Sit down in this chair here and turn on some video games. In just a moment, you'll be able to join me. Go use the bathroom real quick. Take a whiz. Maybe grab a Mountain Dew or something. It's about time for Steven's Magic Castle. That's right, boys. Here we go. Sitting around in a chair at my computer playing video games. That's what I like to do, and you can watch me do it too. Oh, yeah. Woo, woo. If I'm hunting or fishing, it's gonna be in a... Okay, check this out. So, I like Final Fantasy 13 enough, and I was getting so annoyed that they wouldn't release like a sweet trilogy edition of it. So, it's still a PS3. It's still for the PS3, of course. But I had custom made my own Final Fantasy 13 trilogy collection. Check it out. I got Final Fantasy 13. The camera situation is blocking out, is messing it up. But Final Fantasy 13. We got Final Fantasy 13-2. We got Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. in white Blu-ray cases. I custom made these covers. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Open them up. Oh, Final Fantasy 13 is actually in the PS3 still, it turns out. But Lightning Returns. Final Fantasy 13 2. Pretty cool, right? Pretty sweet. And my PS3 is a Japanese PS3 that's a limited lightning PS3. It's like solid white with like pink lightning on it. It's freaking cool. A special limited edition one. Pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. Final Fantasy 13 Trilogy Homemade Edition. So I could technically stream these games if I just put my PS3 in here. If I wanted to. If I felt like it one day. If I felt like getting back into 13. I've got them. So glorious. Look how glorious they look all together. Now that's fancy. Alright. I'm gonna get off here and go to bed. Got a long day tomorrow. Gotta get up early because the food truck comes tomorrow and we gotta unload that sucker. It's a big one tomorrow. Alright, you guys have a good one. Thanks for stopping into my stream. I wish I could play more Final Fantasy. I just got Chocobo. I mean, come on, you know? But oh well, you can't win them all, can you? You can't win them all. But I do got my Chocobo now. That is so freaking cool. A classic moment in Final Fantasy when you get to ride on a Chocobo. So cool. Alright. Y'all have a good one.